Disguised body. Body before the explosion. The exploded body analysis. The fragments near the dead body and when the body was found.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Mukuro.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
Horrible man you are.
I used that knife to kill Mukuro? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in...
Alright, let's read through these again. When the body was found. Well, I have no alibi, so that doesn't make too much sense. What else do I got? Body before the explosion. The knife had been thrust into the abdomen. No blood on the ground around it. Now you can spam your Pepe laughs, dude. Exploded body analysis. Upper half was on fire. That just talks about how it was wet.
It's
Nice.
the same one we gave to Makoto.
And the fragments, that was the bomb, right? There are bits of charred debris. It should be noted the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. So I don't think it's that one.
It really...
If he did have...
What's the disguised dead body one say? The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body, jacket that had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it. See, that still makes no sense.
That seals it.
I
Makoto
think
did
this
it.
has to be it, because it doesn't make
Just
sense.
because
It's
I had the
wrong.
knife once,
Shit's wrong, dog.
that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
It seems wrong, though. Oh, it's not wrong. Hooray!
It's wrong.
I was wrong about it being wrong. It didn't seem like the right
Wait,
word.
hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the
They
description
bludgeoned
of
her
the
to death
cover-up
with a
we just
chicken,
heard.
dog.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with
Are we
the
just
tarp
accepting
and
this
then
now?
put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. Isn't that just in the Monokuma file? Stabbed a single time with a knife. Fuck off,
I
hero.
got it!
Read the damn
The
file.
Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about
Yeah,
it.
you never even read the damn thing, didn't
And
you?
the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The
I'm
explosion
surprised how
severely
okay
damaged the
Toko
body,
was.
making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you.
Oh my God. I'm so done with Hero, honestly.
I might
Fucking
be dumb,
idiot.
but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway.
Look at this. Look at this dude. If you used your brain, you would know what happened. You tell him what happened. I don't want to. Fuck off. Where's the bomb at?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Because you have.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we
Kyoko
dismantled
looking at
Monokuma.
Monokuma's ass still cracks me up so much.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like...
Makoto is being so defensive of
We
her
still
even
don't
after
know
she
what
totally
actually
just
killed the
threw him under the bus.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Beep 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 beep. Wouldn't that just be in the Monokuma file, right?
Then,
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file...
He did read
That's
it.
gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit
Yeah,
on the back
brother.
of her head.
Yeah, brother. See?
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Alright. I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The
Hmm.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be
It
determined,
might be a
correct?
flashback bullet. It's not the exploded
The
analysis.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Body before the explosion. The corpse had a mask and a jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen and there were bloodstains around the wound. I thought it was going to be this, but they covered like
Well,
all of it.
yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
No, they might be the countless wounds because it said they were days old.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
So I could say that's wrong, and
The
then they would
victim's
focus
fatal
on the
injury has yet
blow
be
to the back of
determined.
her
The
head.
explosion
Hopefully.
didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me
Uh,
because
yeah.
of the knife, right? And then
There's only one other
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
Why do I keep
Evidence
losing
that
time
showed
when
she
I'm
was hit
shooting
on
the
the
things
back of her
behind
And
it?
more than
Stop it.
that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
No?
body.
Okay, I guess it's not that. What, do you think there's some mistake lurking in what I said?
Shoot.
I said those were days old,
Then
you
shall we
pleb.
continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet
Shoot!
to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Maybe I have to highlight
Yeah.
fatal injury and shoot it at the countless wounds?
There's only
Because that, we know that can't be
That's
true.
gotta be it.
There was evidence, and more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across
I'm
her
gonna try
entire
that.
body.
Then shall we continue
Continue the debate?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Stop
yeah,
losing time,
she was
bro.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed, and more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her
No?
entire body.
Shoot! Not sure what it is. I mean, they're covering all the stuff that I was gonna say as contradictions.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I'm gonna lose, brother. Shoot! I got 1 point of
Then
health
shall we
left.
continue the debate?
How
The
dumb am I
victim's
being?
fatal
Tell me.
injury has yet to be determined, correct?
They're saying all the stuff I was thinking of as contradictions.
Well, yeah.
I could say explosion because the file says she was definitely dead, but he says the same damn thing in the next line.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the.
Wait, did it say she was hit on the back of her head? It says struck in the head. It didn't say in the back of her head. So maybe he's not supposed to know? Because before they blew up, they had a mask on, so he would have no way of knowing where they got clocked, right? Nope.
Shoot!
Rippy dippy, baby. I have to use the body. I feel like he shouldn't know that they were hit on the back of the head.
I refuse to give up yet.
Because they had the mask on. Maybe I have to use the pre-exploded body and be like, hey, they have a mask on. How do you know where they got hit? Body
Then shall we
before the
continue the debate?
explosion.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
well,
That sounds
yeah,
plausible, at
And it
least,
wasn't me
right?
because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma, that's gotta be.
Because that's
it.
not what the
There was
Monokuma
evidence
file
that
says.
showed she was hit on the
Shit.
back of her head.
Or I could say the file doesn't say that. Maybe the file is the
Then
bullet
shall we
use that
continue
one.
the victim's
If
fatal
not, I think
injury
it'll
has-
have to be a
explosion
flashback
didn't kill her
of
for
some
sure.
Well, yeah.
kind of green
And it
bullet.
wasn't me because of the knife. And then
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma, that's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
No, that's wrong. I said what I needed to do before.
Shoot!
I think it has to be a flashback bullet.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I'm gonna shoot this at the countless. No, I shot this at the countless wounds, didn't I?
Well, yeah.
I thought I
She was
did that
totally
already.
Dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that
It
showed
still
she was
doesn't
hit on
say
the
she was
back of
hit
her
on the
head.
back of her head.
And more than that,
It just says a head wound.
the victim had suffered countless
Wounds across her entire body.
I'm dumb, dude. I don't know.
Shoot!
I feel like I'm like one step away from the correct
Then shall
answer.
we continue the debate?
Because exploded body analysis is useless because we're talking about pre-exploded. So it's either the flashback, this one, or the other one. It can't be the knife because we already determined that. I think it's the head wounds, but I'm not sure what evidence it wants me to say for that. Because, like, why else would they have a mask on if it wasn't to disguise their head wound, right?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
We know that's wrong, and he disproves it in the next line.
Well, yeah.
So I don't think
She
that's
was
something
already
to shoot
totally
at.
dead when that happened.
Because he just
And
know
it
that's
wasn't
wrong.
because of the knife, right?
We know that's wrong
And
already.
then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According
I
to the
shot this at
Monokuma
his
file,
next line already,
That's
though.
gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
No,
body.
I'm gonna lose again, dude.
Shoot!
I feel like I know the answer, but I don't know the right
Then shall
combination
we
of
continue
shit
the debate?
to shoot.
The
Shoot
victim's
the
fatal
shit.
injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife.
Man, I haven't had a moment like this
And
since
then
chapter 2.
There's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her. I think. Oh, I think I need to
The
do.
victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
She was.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
According to the Monokuma file,
Whoops.
that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm gonna shoot this at the first thing.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has
Yet to be determined, correct?
No, that's wrong.
Okay. He kind of knows.
Mukuro
Finally.
died because of the blow to the back of the head
Like,
she
I
suffered.
knew logically where I wanted to go. I just couldn't come up with the right match, I guess. But I knew what I was
About the
thinking,
wounds
and what I was
all over the
thinking was
rest of her
right.
body. They didn't have anything to do with it?
That's
The
kind of
Monokuma
frustrating,
file
but
makes it
whatever.
clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
okay. Then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even
It
possible?
was not the
If you
pickaxe,
hit
bro.
someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Pickaxe is not a blunt object,
Well,
dude.
maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Do it.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain if you
Oh my
were to throw it on
Lanta.
the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way.
Oh God.
Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want
What
to
is
figure out
happening?
what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell
Oh
them,
my
Makoto.
God. I
Surely
hate
you
this
deduced
shit.
The real murder weapon?
The chicken. They hit him to death with the fucking chicken. They hit him to death with an arrow, dude. I don't fucking know. Not the knife, not the cart thing. No corpse. Byakuya stated there was no corpse in the garden just after midnight, so it assumed the murder takes place after that. He said that they were in the gym the entire night and none of them were alone. It might be someone's account. Apparently the killing game began with 16 participants. And soon Mukuro Kusaba was 16th. Also revealed the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide stuff. Along with the arrows, there was a wadded ball of duct tape. Arrows, I guess? I don't know if you could beat someone to death with an arrow, but that's like the only thing that's a weapon here. Or like even potentially a weapon. Let's be dumb.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed him. And that something was...
Okay, that is
titanium
genuinely
arrow
dumb
we
as
found
hell.
in the locker in the dojo.
That is so stupid.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. You can't beat someone to death with an arrow, dude. That's dumb.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Maybe the duct
Back to
tape?
Master. You have
Is this really how it's gonna be? They wrapped a bunch of duct tape around an arrow and
The
beat someone to
titanium
death
is in
with
the
it?
dojo. I have no doubt that.
Are you sure?
I hope this is wrong.
Because it said the weapon must have been about as... It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Oh my god.
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak.
They duct tape
That's
all
why
the
the killer
arrows
used
together
another weapon.
and beat them with it.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
It's not how this works.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
No, game,
And that's
you're wrong.
exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. but
That
put
is
together,
so
and they become
stupid.
strong.
I don't
It's
have
meant to
words,
teach
dude.
cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Like, you might be like, ouchie, ouch. Why are you fucking hitting me? But you're not going to be able
As
to
for who the
beat
culprit
someone to
is that stashed
death.
the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
There's no way that
never
can be
been to the
real
dojo.
because that'd be way too stupid. I
Oh
refuse
no,
to accept
you
it.
absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
Well, then you say the evidence.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Yeah, bro, the fucking key we found in her room.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her.
Byakuya's in full-on, if she breathed, she a thought mode.
No.
He's
it's
going
not
in.
That I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you?
You were in my room last night, girl.
What were you doing there?
Standing over you ominously,
what I
of
need to
course. What else?
I was just protecting you.
Aww.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A
Too
verdict
bad
is
she still
close
killed
at hand.
someone, lol.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Nani? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Beep, 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 beep. The key when the body was found in Byakuya's account. His account is about everyone staying together, right? Byakuya stated there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Hiro, Toko, and Hina were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
That's false. Shoot that with every
Proof that
bullet.
You aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Byakuya should know that Kyoko didn't do it? Is she implying that he planted the key in her room?
Those words you just
Like, I
spoke.
think that's what
What do you
she's
mean?
trying to get at?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You
Shit.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
I think...
You stated a
See,
theory
again, I
earlier.
feel like logically I know where to go,
You
but I'm
said I
not sure
hid
what the
evidence
pair
of
of...
my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
No, she... I think she's implying that he planted the key in her room.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are
I
you
wish she would
hiding?
just say what she means,
Master
though.
would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have
She
done
couldn't
that?
have left... Oh! She couldn't have left it in her own room because she didn't even have the goddamn key.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
She hasn't had
I'm
access
not
to her
the killer.
room for like 3 days. Or 2
You
days.
should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Just had to work through that one for a sec.
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Oh, he's sweating. 2 sweat drops on his smug ass face.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly
Jeez,
put the locker
Byaku,
key
yeah,
in
how
there
come
myself.
mom lets you have 2 sweat drops?
Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Look, she's absorbed his smug. I feel like the smug in this game is a zero-sum game. For someone to get smug, someone else must become not smug. No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. Oh shit! Time to scroll back through, because I was fucking shitposting. Obviously, I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't possibly have put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong? Then you're finally starting to understand. Is that all she said there? Oh, I like how they use the other font for the stuff that was in the nonstop debates. I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Well, she was getting into Makoto's room with no room key. But this just isn't like her, to try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? Flashback. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. Dude, they flash back to Mukuro Ikusaba like 7 times. They're done. They're not allowed to flash back to it a single time again. The mastermind's trapped. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do, spinning camera? What should I do? How far is it going to spin? Will it just keep going? Don't throw up. Do a full 360. Come on. Get it. Get it. Do a barrel roll. Nice. What should I